Sam, don't be afraid. I will not leave you alone tomorrow. Let your hands talk in the ring.
Came under some criticism for, storming the ring, wanting a fight with Usyk. Did you think it was disrespectful? Or do you think, look, that's the guy who's got all the other belts, make some noise?
Listen, he was doing his job. He's trying to put himself in a position. I'm quite sure his promoter said, get up there and let people see. And he probably kind of fell flat on his face a little bit. And I'm quite sure Daniel does want to fight. I think timing-wise was probably not the greatest because Usyk and everybody in the ring kind of looked like, okay, no problem. And then, so it didn't have the effect he wanted it to have. And of course, if you were Usyk, you think to yourself, I don't have to fight you. I proved it. If you're putting enough money on the table, we'll do it. But otherwise, now I'm not interested. So, and it didn't seem a clamour for it. But Daniel's got to keep talking the talk and trying to talk himself into that position.
Those are the words of Johnny Nelson as he speaks on the outburst of Daniel Dubois and what Daniel did and how he did it by calling out Oleksandr Usyk while Usyk was, giving his post-conference right after the fight. And I think people need to understand that Johnny's right. They need to understand that this guy wants his revenge. He was probably more than likely told to get his ass up there. We need more out of you. He's being coached. He's being coached a lot. I think, and I think he's being coached now more than ever because it's based on what was incapable of doing before. And I don't mean fighting. I mean self-promoting. I mean, Daniel Dubois is not that guy. I think the most embarrassing moments for Daniel Dubois wasn't in the ring against AJ. It was before the AJ fight. Yeah. If we look at that fight, the only thing, up to the fight itself, Daniel Dubois, you should give his ass a D-. You know what I mean? He barely passed, if you want to say he passed at all. The guy was not even paying attention to whatever Anthony was saying. His ass was all over the place looking around. You know what I mean? And the thing is, you could tell that he wasn't up for the promo work, the build-up, the promo. You see what I mean? The public relations energy that you have to have or you should have going into a fight like that. Being the champion, being the guy that wants to prove he's the best, talking up the fight, stating what you're going to do, saying it with confidence, talking with that speak it, believe it, receive it attitude that he's supposed to have. He didn't have any of that shit. So yes, I think at this point, since he did do his job against AJ, I think now they're pushing him more for the promo side. So yeah, I think he was coached and told, like, going up there, go up there, Daniel, go, Daniel, go now. And he went up there, you know what I mean? And I think maybe before that he was coached before that because he did a couple things before that opportunity presented itself for him to get in the ring and call out Oleksandr Usyk. But still, though, this is something I'm glad Johnny Nelson brought up. Oleksandr Usyk don't have to fight anybody if he doesn't want to. You think about, like, Oleksandr and the things he's already done. He's beaten everybody. The only person that he hasn't beat, he's beat the former champions. He's beat them all. He's beat Tyson Fury, which was the WBC champion. He's already beat Daniel Dubois. The belt that Daniel has, he gave to Daniel. You see what I mean? So, it doesn't really matter. He doesn't have to fight him. He's already made Daniel quit. So the fight everyone is now re-asking for has already happened. It's already played out. We've already seen what happens when Oleksandr Usyk gets in the ring with Daniel Dubois. The only question is, what happens again? You see what I'm saying? So Johnny's right. He could take that role or that route. Hey, I don't have to fight you, dude. I've already fought you. What's the deal? I fought you. I've proven myself to you. Hell, you was younger than you are now. You wasn't the champion, but you was going out to get my belts on the WBA and being the WBA regular champion. The same thing, needless to say, Kubrat Pulev is right now. So what's the real point of me going back in there, wasting more of my time and my life with you? And I beat you again. What kind of credit would I get? Not really too much of shit. Really. Let's just be real. But the thing that Johnny Nelson mentioned doesn't mean he's going to do. That's the good thing about Oleksandr Usyk. He doesn't have that mindset like, I've already done enough, even though a lot of people think he's done enough. You know, like I told you guys in my last live today, I don't believe in soft touches at all. So if he's not fighting the guys that's calling him out of the circle of people that he can be involved in a fight, I don't see why he should be in the game anymore, because there's no reason for him to fight someone else that no one else wants you to fight. That makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? But it does make sense for Johnny Nelson, because that is a route, though, he could still take if he wanted to, because a lot of people, you know, love to give passes to fighters that's done enough in the sport, especially done enough in the sport lately. You see what I mean? But I do think that Johnny Nelson has and made some points in that interview. You guys tell me what you think of Johnny Nelson's breakdown and my counterpunch. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch.